Class 25, Bindu Chakra practices, and this is the second part of Bindu Chakra meditation practices. Namaste and welcome to Class 25 in my weekly YouTube classes in the yogic tradition. Today's class is on the second part of Bindu Chakra practices to awaken the energy center at the back of the head, where we are continually in communication with divinity, and where we experience the amber nectar of immortality, the sweet nectar of the gods. And of course, whenever we express this kind of concept from the cosmology and mythology of yoga, we're talking about projecting outwards our own inner godlike qualities. Bindu Chakra represents a point in our inner cosmos, integral to our attitude to life and our relationship to the world and our environment, which of course our yoga practice gives us. Hatha Yoga teachers would not normally teach this, as Bindu Chakra is not in their books. These practices come from deeper and older practices originating in the path of Tantra, which is respect for the experience of the vibration of the divine within the human body, within the human experience, the body-mind spirit. So if you're used to Hatha Yoga teaching and you're concerned about the way you look and how you move, these practices will be very different for you. I want to say this about practice. Right now in our evolution, some of us are reclaiming our spiritual heritage. What it involves is change, and badly needed change for our world and planet. And the way we can make the necessary space for change to happen is, of course, to let go, to adapt, to learn and work with the process to make this happen. And when we speak of process with yoga, we speak of practice. So, Bindu Chakra practices. What happens with this practice, this process? We reset our buttons, wash our emotions, straighten out our heads, connect with our soul and with ancient energies and ways of being. And you give yourself time and space to do this, to find parts of yourself, to put yourself together into the whole, to talk to a purer part of yourself. It's a return to innocence. As you know, I'm teaching you further than yoga to accelerate your spiritual vision for those of you who want to walk the divine path through practice. And if you are drawn to yoga, the whole of yoga, going back to ancient teachings to go beyond in your life, then you are one of the yoga tribe, in my opinion. We are the mediators. We are the sensitive souls reawakened in the West, with consciousness hidden in our memories. Here at a time when the world needs us for our power to balance. And in the satsang, in today's class, in satsang, it's a satsang about stopping the erosion of spirit. I ask you to ask yourself some questions about adapting to the changes we need to make right now in our evolution. We'll start the class making our sadhana with dedication and setting intention for practice, followed by inner relaxation. And then I'll introduce you to a pranayama breath practice, which I call the 15 breaths, an exercise for Bindu Chakra awakening, in which we ultimately move the breath between the center at Manipura Chakra and Bindu Chakra. This practice then leads on to the traditional Unmani Mudra, as it's called, as it's not only a practice, but it's a psychic gesture. Focused attention on Bindu, and then we'll have the second part of meditation. So if you didn't practice class 22 here with me a couple of weeks ago, then I recommend you do that before the practice of this class. Following satsang, we have final shavasana and the sealing breath for those of us who need energetic closure to carry on with our day. Namaste, Susan, and we'll prepare for the practice in the class. And now the practice of inviting the divine energies in, making our practice into a sadhana. You'll be in a sitting position now, whatever is comfortable for you. Eyes can be open or closed. If they're open, as you know, you gaze down at the nose tip. And we'll start in the traditional way with the hands together at the heart center in Anjali Mudra, prayer hands or Namaste hands. And Namaste, I honor the spirit that dwells within you. So Anjali Mudra at the heart center, pressing the flesh of fingers and palms together, bringing balance for our practice. Balanced consciousness and body-mind. Spiritually and energetically, we're uniting the divine masculine and the divine feminine, the ultimate divine and the mother. On a deep in-breath, fingers point down, arms straighten, big moon arms sweeping up and hands join above your head at the crown chakra. Normal breathing. Visualize divine energy. Experience pure, unconditional love. Visualize a channel within your being. Deep inhale and connect with divine energy, pure unconditional love, your being. Exhale as you bring the hands down to the heart, bringing down divine energy to your energetic channel within your being, and silently invite the divine energies within, Divine and Divine Mother, for the purpose of making your practice today into a sadhana, working with the divine. Normal breathing, focusing on divinity within. And we'll prepare now for this dedication and intention for practice. And we'll take a moment or two now to dedicate our practice for today. And setting intention. So to set the intention in the practice, just for a couple of minutes now, sitting in your calm, quiet place, relaxed and alert. Focusing for a couple of minutes now on the intention for your practice today or your practice for the next period of time. Whether it's an intention for a spiritual practice, for healing, for a change in your life, change in the world, healing of the world, this is all entirely up to you, the focus of your intention, as your meditation is your personal, private practice. Bringing your awareness back to your breathing again, being aware of how you're breathing, aware of how your body feels, bringing your attention back to your body and the space you're in physically at the moment. Breathing normally, relaxing in your posture, relaxing in your space, and we'll prepare for the meditation practices in the class. Inner relaxation. Eyes can be closed now or gazing down at the tip of the nose in the restful position for the eyes and the mind. And moving into stillness and inner relaxation practice. Your back is straight in your chosen posture and you're quiet. You can adopt the gesture of peace, hand mudra, by placing left hand palm up in the upturned palm of the right hand. Hands rest gently in the lap. The two hands represent the union of the individual with consciousness. Find your center somewhere around your navel. Sense where you are. Sense being grounded in your posture. Your breath is moving within you. Be aware of breathing into your center. Energy is moving with your breath. Moving into stillness with the breath. Breaths becoming finer. And finding a quietness within, and finding the stillness. Allowing movement to come to rest, so energetic movement can come to rest. Letting this movement gradually diminish so that it's stilling down. On an inhale, gently lift with the crown of the head. How is your back? If you feel tension now, relax a little. Let your body go a little. On a long exhale, you can relax down, relaxing the lower body down into the ground or the floor. And with exaggerated breaths, your spine can sway a little from side to side. Relax and find the center again. Relax your jaws. How is your breath? Breathing in and breathing out from the center. Your body can move with the breath, very slightly swaying forward and back like a heartbeat. And then moving into stillness from the center again. And relaxing into the posture. Breathing, conscious breathing. Breath energy always flowing. Breath energy moving you into the stillness within. Awareness at the crown chakra now, a couple of inches above the crown of your head. On a long, slow exhale, close the crown chakra. A couple more long exhales and visualize the crown chakra closing. Awareness at the back of the eyes, and soften the backs of the eyes. Relaxing between the eyebrows. Exhale, relaxing and gazing within with inner eyes as you exhale. Awareness at the back of the brain now, softening the back of the brain. Exhale and relaxing as you exhale. Letting go as you exhale. Awareness in the throat now, close to the spine, back of the throat. Exhale and relax. And swallowing a couple of times if that helps. Awareness at the heart center now. Back of the heart center. Exhale, relax, relaxing the top of the back heart. Exhale, relax, relaxing obligations and letting go of pent-up pressures. Exhale, relax into peace. awareness at the back of the solar plexus, behind the center, at the adrenals. Relax. Exhale and relax. Awareness at the lumbar, back of the pelvic girdle. Soften and relax with long exhales. Deep, rhythmic breathing. Awareness at the base of the spine. Long exhale, grounding emotions. Grounding energy with long, slow exhales. Relaxing into your grounding. Letting go into inner relaxation. Deep rhythmic breathing. For a couple of minutes now, sitting in your calm, quiet place, relaxed and alert. And bringing your awareness back to your breathing again. Being aware of how you're breathing. Being aware of how your body feels. Bringing your attention back to your body and the space you're in physically at the moment. And we'll prepare for the practice. Pranayama practice. And this is a pranayama practice, one of the exercises for awakening and opening of the Bindu Chakra. And I call this the 15 breaths practice. Mainly because I could never find any record of it with an accurate name. With many of these older practices, they didn't have a name, you were just told what to do, basically. So we're going to be in our chosen meditation posture, although I would like to encourage you, if you can manage it, to lie on your back on the floor, knees bent, soles of the feet on the floor underneath the knees, and a folded blanket. It can be quite a thinly folded blanket under the lumbar, so under your lower back, just to raise it slightly. And you'll understand the reason for that as we go into the practice. For those of you who do practice Hatha Yoga, you can practice this very effectively in the half-supported shoulder stand. So this is where you are supporting your lumbar region by the hands. So you're at an angle of 45 degrees from the shoulders up to the lumbar, and then your legs are straight up in the air. And this is known as Viparit Karani Mudra, which is how I originally learned it. But then one of my Hatha Yoga senior teachers was a Swedish yogini who knew Swami Janakananda at his ashram there. He was a disciple of Shivananda, and they value Bindu Chakra in Shivananda's lineage. But whichever position you can manage to get yourself into now, you could even have your feet up if that will help you to elevate the lower back just slightly. So whichever position you've managed to get yourself into by now, we're going to practice with one hand on the solar plexus at the center, palm down. So the flesh of your palm would be against the flesh of the skin around the center, and the other palm resting on the lower belly. You can experiment with what feels right for you, left hand or right hand at the center. And this is the practice. Inhale through the nose and exhale through the mouth 15 times. Equal in-breaths, equal out-breaths. Lips are slightly parted for exhalations. So inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale, and 13 more rounds of the breath now at your own pace. Now bring your attention to your center at the solar plexus, Manipura chakra. As you inhale now, bring your consciousness, or you're guiding your consciousness, from Manipura chakra, solar plexus, to Bindu chakra, back of the head. So try that. Inhale, center to Bindu, and exhale from Bindu chakra to Manipura. Let's try that again. Inhale, bringing your attention so that you're guiding your consciousness with the breath from Manipura to Bindu chakra. Exhale, guiding consciousness from Bindu down with the breath to Manipura. And 5 minutes now in this practice. another half a minute or so in the practice. Relax your breathing. Relax your posture, whichever posture you've been in. Open your eyes. Bring your gaze and your attention back into your space. And if you do need to sit upright now, taking a couple of deep in-breaths, roll over to the right-hand side. On an exhale, push up with the left hand and bring yourself back to the sitting position. And we'll sit quietly with this now. And I'll tell you that we would normally practice this second part of guiding the consciousness between the two chakras. We would normally practice this second part of the practice for 15 minutes. And I'll encourage you to try this in your own practice time, and maybe with a couple of variations of your physical posture in your practice. And for this next part of the practice, we'll be practicing the Bhairavi Mudra, the gesture of the fierce or terrifying attitude of Lord Shiva, the aspect of the dissolution of the universe. And true to the contradictory nature of yoga teaching, I learned this as the gesture of peace, used during pranayama and meditation practice. So you're in your comfortable sitting position, your meditation posture. If you can't sit, then sit up on a chair. If you need to be on the sofa or the couch with your back propped up, then go ahead. So that you can hold the head and the spine straight. Women are going to place the left hand on top of the right hand, palms are up. Men are going to place the right hand on top of the left hand. The palms of both hands are facing up. Both hands then rest in the lap. Let your eyes drift closed. If you're not comfortable with closing your eyes, then simply gazing down at the tip of your nose. Relax your whole body in the posture. The two hands represent the union of the individual with the supreme consciousness. And sitting, holding your posture now for a few breaths in this hand mudra. So we're in our meditation posture. And we'll continue the practice with Unmani Mudra. Unmani Mudra is the attitude of mindlessness, meaning the state beyond thought, no mind, meditation. Adopting this mudra is a simple technique to bring us to a meditative state. You're gazing down at the tip of the nose, relaxing the back of the eyes, gazing inward with inner eyes, looking deep within. Taking a deep inhalation, so a deep in-breath, hold the breath and focus your attention on the back of the head. The Bindu Chakra is situated slightly above the center of the back of the head, opposite the forehead chakra. This is the center of the brain, where an ongoing sound vibration takes place. We'll try this for a few seconds, so if you need to inhale and hold, focus. Then inhale and hold and focus. Then go ahead. Breathing out now, and let your awareness flow down with the breath. Down through the energy centers, down through the chakras. With each out breath, breath flowing down through the spine. From Bindu Chakra at the back of the head, breath flowing down to the forehead. Breathing out, your mind flows with the breath down to the throat. Breathing out, mind flows down with the breath to the heart at Hatha Chakra. Breathing out, mind flows down with the breath to Manipura Chakra at the solar plexus at the center. Breathing out, mind flows down to the emotional center just below the navel, the dwelling place of the self, so a couple of inches below the navel. Breathing out, mind flows down with the breath down to the base chakra, just above the pubis. Your eyes could close slowly now, and your eyes will be fully closed by the time your awareness reaches the base chakra. And now, breathing in deeply, we'll practice again. Breathe in deeply, hold and focus on Bindu Chakra at the back of the head. Breathe out now and let your awareness flow down with the breath. With each out breath, breath flowing down through the spine, from the back of the head at Bindu Chakra to the forehead. Breathing out, mind flows down to the throat. Breathing out, mind flows down with the breath to the heart. Breathing out, breath flows down, mind flows down to the emotional center. Breathing out, mind flows down to the base chakra. And breathing normally in your posture for a few breaths now. Breathing normally with no thoughts, resting in the stillness of the mind. No mind, no thoughts. Being aware of your breathing again, normal breathing, gently opening your eyes and bringing your gaze and your focus back into the room and the space. And we'll prepare for the next part of the practice. Meditation. Bindu Chakra Meditation Part 2. And you can adopt whichever meditation posture you find will suit you now. So you can be settling into your posture as I say to you that I call this part of the meditation on Bindu Chakra sweet drops of nectar awakening your memory. So you're in your comfortable meditation posture. Focus on your breathing and be aware of relaxing. Relaxing your body, relaxing your mind, focusing on deeper breathing. We'll start the meditation with the Om 3 times. So you can either chant this aloud, along with me, or silently, inwardly. Chant silently with your inner voice and let the sound resonate with you, whatever you're comfortable with. Either close your eyes or gazing at the nose tip and going within to your inner world, looking within, deeply within with inner eyes. You're gazing within with inner eyes, with each breath going deeper and deeper into your inner world. But remembering, you are an observer and a witness of any images and experience. Emotion might arise, but not allowing yourself to be overwhelmed. So if emotion does arise, focus on conscious breathing in the lower stomach, grounding emotions. The overwhelm can arise in the inner world, coming from long suppressed knowledge of deep connection with the Mother. With inner eyes, you're looking at a clear, starry sky. Gazing at the beautiful light of the full moon. Allowing silvery moonlight to stream into your inner mind space. And filling your body with ambrosia, the nectar of immortality. Can you remember this sweetness hidden in your memory? Listen to the inner sound of silence. Feeling a deep inner joy grow within you. Can you remember the silence and the joy? Focusing your awareness on Bindu Chakra, back of the head. And you can watch in your inner space, watching, observing a flow of energy radiating from this energy center. And as your consciousness connects with Bindu Chakra and the flow of energy radiating, allow an unparalleled feeling of joy to rise up from your heart. Feelings of no longer being alone, of being connected and bonding. And you can see within yourself oneness. Can you remember this oneness sleeping in your memory? Allow and experience a delicate sensation in your inner space. The amber nectar can be felt like very fine rain or like a mist touching your skin. Each drop of the nectar from the chakra, from this point of sweetness, each drop producing a resonance in your inner space. It may last for seconds, it may last for minutes. Sweet sensation delicately awakens hidden memories. Deeper and deeper into your inner world. Soft, quiet, rhythmic breathing. With each inhalation and exhalation, you can see the silvery, translucent, lustrous drops of nectar falling from the Bindu Chakra, and feel its sweet taste on your tongue. And another couple of minutes in your meditation. Deep, rhythmic, quiet soft breathing. Delicate sensations in your inner space. Watching sweet drops of amber nectar falling from Bindu Chakra and tasting sweet drops on your tongue. And focusing on your breathing again. Focusing on the in-breaths to bring energy back. A few rounds of the breath, inhaling and exhaling deeply. Opening your eyes if they have been closed and bringing your gaze and your awareness into your space. A couple of deep in-breaths, more aware of your body in your space. And we'll complete the practice now with 3 rounds of the Om. Again, either chanting externally or experiencing this in your inner world and allowing yourself to resonate with the sound. Sitting with this for as long as you feel you need to. And then we'll prepare for the satsang part of the class. and we've reached the satsang part of the class. Making yourself comfortable in a position that you know you will be able to maintain for the few minutes that we're in satsang. And this is a satsang on Bindu Chakra and the erosion of spirit. In 1957, Swami Shivananda sent his disciple Devananda from his ashram at Rishikesh in India to San Francisco. He sent him west with the instruction, "Go, people are waiting. Many souls from the east are incarnating now in the west. Go and reawaken the consciousness hidden in their memories and bring them back to the path of yoga." We are part of the reclamation of our spiritual heritage in the 21st century. Our awakening is very much needed by a world of souls who are in grave danger of doing nothing to bring about change, and who will do the most dangerous thing possible and detach, and thereby disempowering themselves. You're listening to this, and you're practicing your meditation with me as your teacher. And as I said in the class introduction, the introduction to this class, this is, I believe, because you are part of the tribe of yoga. Consciousness has been reawakened in your memory, and you need to come back to the path of yoga. I was actually writing this for a section in my new book, Further Than Yoga, a satsang on our reality, to follow on from the description in the book of Satya, Truth, in the practice of the yamas of yoga. And for this class I'd been working on developing the second part of the Bindu Chakra meditation, so that I could teach each section. So this was my development of the meditation, that I could teach each section and leave us with qualities, or a quality, to remind us of nobility of spirit, memories to be awoken in consciousness. When we've been dumbed down for so long, more than 2,000 years or so, our pineal glands shrunk and our DNA reduced, which is what has happened, resulting in the hardening of Bindu Chakra and forgetting our experience of the sweetness of divine communication. How do we make the necessary changes so badly needed right now? Well, one effect of an unawakened, closed Bindu Chakra is depression. Evidence of this we see in people all over the globe, not only their mood but their health. And one effect of our dumbing down has been what Bruce Lee called organized despair. Kali Yuga, the yugas are the ages, eras or ages. So Kali Yuga, the cosmic age of the last, they range from 2,150 years to 2,500 years, is known as the age of the dark or terrifying mother, also the dark goddess. Clues to our awakening, therefore, are awaken and embrace the mother and the light. The quality this reverberates with, quite simply, is the moon mother quality of moonlight, nurturing and regeneration, ebb and flow, process. So, how do we make the necessary changes? and not all die from a terminal case of amnesia, having forgotten how to do this. How do we make the necessary changes? Let in the light. The mantra should be, where in my life do I see the need for change? And how can I let go of those things that I thought were so important so that I can affect the change I need? We need to find ways to process the letting go in areas of our lives we think are important. Honestly, in reality, process, let go. When we hear the word process, we know this means practice. And our yoga ritual of Namaste points the way also. I always translate it as, I honour the spirit that dwells within you, but there is another translation, as usual with Sanskrit. The light in me recognises the light in you, because spirit is light. So, I say, in being denied the light, we've been denied a life of spirit. Living, but not completely. As if we've been swimming on dry land in semi-darkness. How can you walk and dance with spirit? What can you give up? Sacrifice to the flow of existence and the God of change. To open up room so you can adapt to change. Where there was a hardening, how can you soften to delicacy? Zen patriarch Dogen said, the only time ever anyone can reach enlightenment is now. And, quoting him, one of my favourite astrologers, Rick Levine, said, and I would add, how do we do that knowing we don't know what is around the corner at a time of huge change in our evolution? Well, this is my answer. We do it with practice, with a return to ancient practices from a time when life was simpler and purer, when the spiritual journey was highly valued, and when our spiritual ancestors knew that we had been given Bindu Chakra as a remarkable energetic centre for health, not only physical, but also psychic and spiritual. And when you have vital and creative psychic and spiritual health, your inner world is filled with light. It's a return to innocence with simplicity of divinity. Adapting to change because of our place in the world and placing ourselves in the universe that yoga practice gives us. Our attitude to life and our relationships to the world and our environment. With all your integrity, build an inner strength with your practice to stop the erosion of your spirit. Our practice was meant to keep us continually in contact with our spirit and spirit, our spirit and spirit, communicating, moving, living with energies. Namaste. and we'll prepare for final Shavasana. And now that we've come to the end of our practice, we'll complete with a final relaxation. And now that we've come to the end of our practice, it's time for final relaxation or Shavasana. Settling down into your relaxation posture one more time. Settling into the corpse posture if that suits you. Feet up if that's what you need for your back. Using pillows under the knees. Blanket rolls. A blanket roll behind the head or the back of the neck if that helps. And using blankets to stay warm. Settling down into your relaxation posture. 2 or 3 minutes now in deep relaxation. A time for the body and the mind to settle. A time for you to bring your practice together, being aware of how your mind is now, how your body is now, being aware of your breathing. Breathing normally, simply listening to your breath as you wait for your body and your mind to settle down into deep relaxation. Breathing normally, taking each in-breath deeper, and with each out-breath, letting go. Letting all remaining tension flow away from your body and your mind every time you breathe out. With each in-breath, the breath flowing deeper. With each out-breath, letting go. Letting go into relaxation a little more every time you breathe out. And as we let go, as you relax, in our relaxation we surrender. Surrendering our body to the earth, surrendering our mind to the ultimate mind, surrendering our truth to the ultimate truth. Surrendering ourselves back to our source. Each in-breath flowing deeper, each out-breath taking you deeper into relaxation. Letting go, surrendering. A few more breaths in this way, deep, deep in your relaxation. Feeling very quiet, feeling very calm, and feeling very, very peaceful, deep, deep in your relaxation. And focusing on your breathing again, focusing on the in-breath every time you breathe in, taking each in-breath a little deeper, and as you breathe in, every time you breathe in, the in-breath will bring energy back to the body and the mind, following relaxation. Every time you breathe on the in-breaths, breathing into your center, and the in-breath will bring energy back, making you a little more alert and a little more aware of your own body, lying in your relaxation posture, more aware of my voice and the sound of the background music. As you breathe in, on every in-breath, the breath bringing energy back to the body and the mind, so that you're more aware, more alert. And before you come back to full awareness and alertness now, I'd like you to take a couple of deep in-breaths. So breathing in, breathing out, and as you breathe in, taking the breath deep to bring the energy back. Turning over onto your right-hand side and resting in this position for a few breaths. Resting your head in one of your hands, your knees up slightly. It's a good position for the heart following relaxation. A couple of breaths, and on the in-breaths, bringing energy back. Gently opening your eyes, bringing your gaze and your focus back into your space. A couple of breaths, and on the in-breaths, deep in-breaths to bring energy back. And in your own time, very, very gently, bringing yourself back into an upright sitting position. That's the end of your practice. That's the end of your deep relaxation. If you would like to go to sleep now or relax for the rest of your day, then this can be the end of your class, and Namaste. For those of us who need to carry on with our day and interact with the outside world, we'll finish our practice now with a yoga sealing breath for energetic closure. And now for our closing practice of the class, a yoga sealing breath. So we'll close with a sealing breath, the sealing breath with moon arms, and a final Namaste, meaning I honour the spirit that dwells within you. For the sealing breath, we're in sitting, and hands are at the prayer position at the heart, Namaste hands. And we're going to take a couple of centering breaths with moon arms to seal energy within. Deep inhale. Exhale and point the fingers down to the earth. Straighten the arms. Big inhale. Turn palms up and sweep the hands and arms out to the sides of your body and up in a big moon circle until palms meet above the head. Pause. Long, slow exhale, hands come down to crown chakra, the forehead, then the throat and the heart. Prayer hands in Anjali Mudra, prayer mudra at the heart. Inhale and pause. Breathing normally. We'll go one more time. Big inhale. Exhale, point the fingers down to the earth, straighten the arms. Big inhale, turn palms up, sweep the hands and arms out to the sides of your body and up in a big moon circle. Palms meet above the head. Pause. Long, slow exhale, hands come down to crown chakra, then the forehead, then the throat and the heart. Prayer hands in Anjali Mudra. Inhale and pause. Exhale, fingers point down, hands down to the solar plexus, down to the base chakra. Normal breathing. Out breaths flowing down through the base chakra with each round of the breath. So inhale, exhale. As you breathe out, breath flows down through the base chakra. The breath has sealed your energy in. Straighten your arms. On the next exhale, breath flows down through the lower abdomen, down to the earth, grounding you for the rest of the day. Breathing normally. Prayer hands to the heart. That's the end of our practice. Namaste.